All right, family. We live once again. It's on with the general. We got that fire commentary going down for international, national, local, regional news from the general. You understand? Understanding the present so that you can understand the past, so you can understand the future. You feel what I'm saying? Today we're gonna be talking about the supposed ceasefire. Very fragile. I don't even know if it's still on right now. I believe some people were saying that Iran didn't opted out of the ceasefire already because the Israelis didn't bomb Lebanon. You understand? So that's what is being said. The United States is saying that's not true. But again, we're going to be talking about, how regimes don't give a damn about the populations, don't give a damn about the populace. And and people talk crazy and shit, and I tries to minimize, commenting on information that's not true, But sometimes when you got a flock, you don't let false information, just resonate. You have to crush it because people will consume it and it will poison the people, you see? And so I try to, crush down on false and fake information. Now, of course, we got this, we saw it on the news where Iran literally forced its citizens to go out to bridges, to nuclear plants, and form a human shield around these targets. You see? And which is, this has got to literally be the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. Just as crazy. You got two sick maniacs, and see, but the thing is, when you see a person act like this, you have to ask yourself the question: do they have, what they claim they have, enriching uranium, trying to make a bomb? Because when you see people do crazy stuff like this, and people's is saying, okay, and like I say, I'm on the outside looking in. This is not support for any side. This is looking at it and saying, is there a rationale for the strategy? Not support, fools. See, there's something different than just support. We're looking at, because strategy is something that can be applied over and over and over. If they apply to them, they'll apply to you. Now, if you was in that predicament, what would you do? You see, this is all we asking. Black power to all the family out there. Would you tell your family to go and encircle a damn military target? They didn't already said this is leaving up off of here, and you're gonna go tell, but that just show you how the jihadist is, that they don't give a damn about the population at all. You know what I'm saying? And before we got off of here, and people, I was saying that they scared to go to the battlefield, and people saying that they want to go. They don't want to go to the battlefield with the United States. That's a damn lie. Whoever said that, I tell you what, if you got so much faith that they ready to see, the only way they will fight the United States is guerrilla warfare. That's the only way. They are not ready to see the United States face with what tanks? Them old rusty ass tanks they got over there. Most of the planes that they blew up was probably half of them was American planes that they had gave to the Shah, which was what, about 40 years ago? You understand what I'm saying? And I heard that they may have, even if they did, they blew up. They blew up. So I mean, you gonna put some soldiers, you gonna put soldiers on the ground. You ain't got no air. You see, that just show you. You don't know what the hell you talking about. You gonna put soldiers on the ground and they ain't got no air cover or nothing like that. You ain't got no tanks. You ain't gonna fight no conventional war without that, man. That just ain't gonna happen. You gonna try to fight guerrilla warfare. Yeah. You gonna have to fight guerrilla warfare. You ain't gonna meet nobody on no damn. You gonna be destroyed. They gonna destroy your ass in a matter of days. And once your soldiers see they ain't got no air cover, they ain't got no armor, they ain't got none of that. Man, they gonna do just like them soldiers over there in Iraq. They gonna take that goddamn you. They gonna put their guns up in the air and they gonna start walking like we. They ain't gonna even take the gun. They just gonna throw their hands up in the air and they gonna just. I give up. That's what they gonna do. I give up. Come and go on in and come get me. You understand what I'm saying? Get me off the field. You understand? Yeah, get me up off the field. That's what's gonna happen. And why do I say this? Because I want my people to be smart. Don't be like these crazy people that's willing to throw their life away for nothing while people emotionally make comments they know damn well they can't back up. You know what I'm saying? They know damn well. So it's everything mostly on, even a lot of this stuff you see on CNN and ABC, and when they talk about Trump, and like I say again, I'm gonna say that it's not support. You see what I'm saying? How many niggas been in a beef and checked out? You gonna get on top of you? How many people seen one of their uncles been in a beef and he checked out? How many people seen their dad get in a beef and he done checked out? How many niggas you done seen in the street that got in the beef and checked out? You mean to tell me you gonna say he is a deranged lunatic, but when you beefing with a certain type of nigga, you have to go there. You see? And everybody know that, but then they come on here and play this weak shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about what the man was like, y'all gonna make me blow this shit up. You don't know what information that they have. You don't know what they have. They Let's see if I come black on now. See if I come black on. Let's see. There I go. There I go. I'm black in the house. They can't stop the general. You see, they can't stop the general. Anyway, family, so, this is what this, and like I say, a lot of people say they want to see they don't want to see the United States. No, and you got to know, but that's what the art of war teach you. So you're not in no illusion how you can win. You see what I'm saying? You can win, but you ain't gonna win that way. You understand? When you got to look at, your capability, you got to look at the size of your army. You see, and the Iranians could believe that and they can't. The only way that they could possibly beat the United States is in a prolonged guerrilla warfare. On the battlefield, they would most definitely be eradicated. They would most definitely be eradicated. You see, and so just know that. But again, I just want to specify how these people put their own civilians, as human shields on military targets. I mean, damn. I mean, we hate certain, and I understand why. I understand why. We hate, a lot of people hate the United States for what it has done to black people, and you should. But that don't mean be so emotional that you hate everything except even truth that you could use to your own advantage. That don't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see the United States do shit like that. They rather send their military to deal with your ass. Ain't gonna be no civilians. They ain't sending no civilians. And I ain't never seen them to say, goddamn it, use civilians or anything. They tell your ass, get your ass off the streets. Anytime it's a military operation or they come, get your ass off the street. They gonna motherfucking call martial law to get people up off the goddamn street. Now, I mean, that's just a fact. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Where you gonna use your people as human shield. That's a war crime to do something like that. But that ain't nothing but the same thing again that they do with the suicide bomber, where they take them young boys and make them put on them vests and send them in there, knowing damn well that young boy ain't ready, but they done kidnapped his family, told him they're going to kill him if he don't go in there and do what he, and that's what they do. They threaten the hell out of you and your family. And so a lot of them sacrifice the boy to go in there and do that, even though that boy know damn well that ain't what he want to do. You see what I'm saying? You going to blow yourself into 1,000 pieces. I don't want to see no God that bad. I don't want to see no God that bad. So we're going to continue to move forward, family. I appreciate y'all being here with the general. We're going to move forward. We got more fire commentary. Stay with me. Where we at? You didn't get the notification? Well, they probably, because of the nature of my commentary, the nature of what I'm talking about, they may not be sending out no notification. You see what I'm saying? I'll go in here and check on it, and but go and look at my upcoming live streams. Y'all just got to stay tuned with the general. Y'all know what type of person I am, and so I mean, y'all been knew that. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna promote a lot of what I'm doing. So just know that. So you have to go in there and check and see what's going on with the general. All right, I'll see y'all in a minute. Get over there to Patreon. We will be going live tonight, and we got more fire information for your family. See you in a minute, Black Pop.